Pilanesberg is notorious for elephants that like to get a little too close and personal with guests. That's how I first heard about it, and it had been sitting at the back of my mind ever since. It's only 170 kilometers away from Joburg, so there are no excuses really not to go. So when hubby's birthday came around, I planned a little long weekend away for the fam. I had done a quick look at the Manyane Resort on the website. The campsite prices seemed a little reasonable compared to some of the exorbitant prices of the other lodges. And we had done Kruger Camp before, so I figured, how different can this be? We were ready to go. Spoiler alert, I did the packing, so we were nowhere close to ready.
Okay.
Welcome to the long weekend. This is our full Pilanesberg trip. Part vlog, part review, and part honest guide so that you can plan yours without our rookie mistakes. Let's get into it. This zebra fight you're seeing has nothing against our departure hiccups. First, we left later than planned. Work happened, life happened. But here's what you need to know about the drive. It's about 170 kilometers, but budget 3 to 4 hours. Northwest roads, yo. Now, before we left, I called the park because I assumed it worked like Kruger. You know how with Kruger, your campsites are inside the park? So you need to arrive before the gates closed. I called Pilanesberg and they said that we could arrive anytime. I was a bit confused, but it all made sense when we got there. Unlike Kruger, the resort and campsite areas at Pilanesberg are located just outside the park gates. That's your first key difference to note. We arrived just after 8 p.m. The staff at reception was friendly. They told us we could pay the next day as it was late. We were meant to just find a campsite and set up for the night, which sounds great in theory. Except mistake number 1. I forgot to pack lights. The campsite does have electricity, but a campsite is still a campsite. It was dark. We had a 1-year-old and there were just a few other groups scattered around and they all looked like they had done this before. Proper setup, proper equipment, the works. We would have looked like, let's just say we were not at their level. We also couldn't figure out the campsite demarcations, so we went back to reception. The staff took one look at us, confused, tired, baby on hand, and very kindly suggested, "Would you like to try a chalet instead?" I hesitated because I had seen some of the prices on the website and they were giving not budget friendly. But desperation is a great negotiator. And here's where things got a little interesting. The chalet was 1,200 rand per night. 1.2 guys. When the website had lodges listed at 3,000 to 6,000 rand, which for a short left, absolutely not. Welcome to the chalet. We're on night 10. It is fully furnished with a well-equipped kitchen, pots, microwave, plates, cutlery, the works. It has 2 full bathrooms. I know, right? Comfortable enough to feed 2 to 3 adults and 2 kids. There are 2 eating areas outside and a braai spot. This was a steal. The website is clearly outdated. I would suggest you call and inquire for prices yourself. But for what you're getting, the space, the kitchen, the braai, the vibe, 1,200 rand is genuinely a good price. And I mean, my husband did not have to pitch a single tent, so I'm sure he was the happiest man in Northwest. Saturday morning, we wanted to hit the park early for the best game sighting. In summer, the gates open as early as 5 a.m. We did not make 5 a.m., but we got in at around 6-7. So here is shock number 2, the entry fee. For 2 adults in a vehicle, we paid around 550 rand. This is for 1 day. If you want to do 2 days in the park, you are looking at over 1,000 rand just for entry. For context, that's roughly what you would pay for 5+ days in Kruger. So just factor this in when you are budgeting. Here's what you need to know about the park itself. Pilanesberg is small. It's about 20 square kilometers. You can cover the whole thing in a day. That's both an advantage and a limitation. The roads are mostly good tar and decent dirt road. But parts of the southeast are rocky and mountainous, so be prepared for some areas where you will drive a few kilometers without seeing a single animal. Now, the main thing, right? Game sighting is always about luck and timing, honestly. In a day, we saw three of the big five. We saw rhinos, elephants, and lions. We had multiple sightings of rhinos and elephants. The rhino sighting were honestly the best I've ever seen. They are doing their rhino conservation pretty well. You can see that. I was genuinely moved. We also saw giraffes, zebras, and what I'm pretty sure were kudu. Though, has anyone actually mastered the difference between a kudu and a nyala? Please help in the comments. What is this? A tip I'll pass on: the road names in the park give you hints about what animals to look for. Though that is Setswana for elephant. That's where we actually found our first sighting of elephants. Just a head up though, Dawu Link sounds promising because it means lions, but it was so dry we saw nothing. The Bakubung side in the south is known for elephant activities, and we had some of the most incredible close encounters there. You know how Pilanesberg elephants have a bit of a reputation for road presence? Yeah, that happened, and it was incredible. I will do another video for elephant safety. We also did see lions, but there is a running joke amongst visitors, and honestly, us too, that they might be the same three lions everyone is chasing. Individual drivers, game drivers, everyone converges in the same spot. No one is reporting sightings anywhere else. Whether they are the only three or just the most famous, we'll never know. But my theory is that some of them are kept in those private places around the national park, which is not cool, guys. Buffaloes, I don't think they have. I did see pictures of them 6 years ago, but I haven't seen anyone who has seen buffaloes of late. Leopards, we didn't spot one. So you're likely looking at a rhino, elephant, lion, and giraffe pack. Those we did see on both days, which is still genuinely great. Food update inside the camp. The game center in the park has a restaurant. It's about 2 kilometers on the tar road from Manyane camp. The menu is very limited. We tried to eat the food that we brought from our chalet at their sitting area, and we were told that it's not allowed, which is strange because there isn't really any other sitting option in the area. This is something to sort out, Pilanesberg, because I don't know what that was about. That was for breakfast, and for lunch, we drove to Bakubung Lodge at the far south. It's less than 15 kilometers away, don't worry. On Saturdays, they run a buffet that seemed to be very popular with locals, and you don't need to pay park entry to access it. As I've already said, all the lodges are located outside the gate, so people come to just eat, which for the prices makes sense. I thought it was a lovely touch, honestly, for locals. We arrived late and the buffet was mostly finished, so we ordered from the a la carte menu. I had a burger, And I stand by my rule, guys. When you're unsure about a place, order a burger. My husband had a steak, ordered medium rare. It came back well done. Twice. Our son's veggies had clearly been sitting. They were slimy, not great given it's a kid's menu. Overall, 6 out of 10. Maybe the buffet would have been better. The elephant views from the deck, though, that is a 10 out of 10. They come by and you will likely see one. Before I wrap up, here are my top tips for planning for Pilanesberg. 1. If you're staying overnight, find out where the safari drives depart from and loosely follow them in the early morning or in the evening. They know where their good sightings are. There are also sighting pages and groups on Facebook and Instagram where people share real-time animal locations. Use them. That's how you find the lions, cheetahs, and good cats without spending a full day going in circles. 2. The park is small, which means you can cover a lot of ground. Don't stress if one loop is quiet. Move on. You will find something somewhere else. 3. Budget for that entry fee properly. For 2 days, 2 adults and one car, you're looking at 1,000 Rand plus for entry. So plan for that if you're planning on multiple day entries. Number 4, Sun City is just 5 kilometers away. Do the park on a Saturday, swim and relax on a Sunday. That makes a perfect long weekend. Number 5, if you are camping, come prepared. Lights, your full setup, the whole shebang. Don't be like us. My honest take, Pilanesberg is a place you can try at least once, but don't come expecting Kruger. It's fun as is. Bye.